YOD, a UNESCO affiliated NGO.
Tell us about this day.
Today we are marking the United Nations International Day of Education. It's a day that was proclaimed 4 years ago, and this is the 4th edition of the day, and it is just to encourage young ones on how they must be, passionate about their school, about education, and also how we can also see a way of advocate for to the government on having a quality education, which is the SDG Goal 4.
Now, they said it's people educated can't get SDGs. So it's people educated,
yes, that is correct. Education, that is the Goal 4, quality education of the SDG goals, is very, very, very pivotal to achieving other SDG goals. Without education, how can we achieve the no poverty, the no hunger, and some other goals of the SDG? So the SDG Goal 4 is very, very pivotal to achieving other goals of the SDG.
Actually, the thing says the thing is all about promoting digital education. Do you think there's a protect for that? What things are very protect for that?
Well, when we compare ourselves with the Western world, I think we are still crawling because the Western world are far ahead of us in digital transformation. But I think if education is properly founded in Nigeria and we have the right people at the place of authority, and we have people who are promoters of education, I think in a very short time we can have our digital transformative education achieved.
Okay, last time pandemic lockdown, the publishers of people not went to school. That's what I think is reason behind this thing.
All right, last year when schools were on lockdown, and that is why as we have all resumed, that is why the issue of digital transformative education should be taken very, very, very seriously, because when they were out of school, some schools, they were still using the digital device to educate their students. So schools where that are left behind on this digital economy, I think they will be far behind. So the COVID-19 issue was an eye-opener to why education should encourage digitally.
So we have this issue of out-of-school children in Nigeria. Talk about that. This is how it's possible to education. In the streets.
Yes, that is a very worrisome situation in Nigeria. The out-of-school students, we have majority of them in the north, and it's something that if we don't take care of now, it will be a time bomb for the future. So that is why civil society organizations, the government, everyone, hands should be on the deck to see how we can get these students, these young ones, back to the classroom, and at least that will help us save the future of this country. I think that is one thing we as a UNESCO accredited organization, we are preaching. That's one thing we are advocating for. Equitability in education. There shouldn't be any segregation between the male child and the female child. Everyone should be given an equal right. It's the right of the male child, it's the right of the female child to be educated. So no one should be left behind.